Is Solana getting ready to make a big move up? Well, we're going to talk about that right now, and I'm going to start by looking at the daily chart on Solana. Of course, we have seen this fantastic run up in Solana since October. We've gone from about 20 to a high of around 127 or so in about 8 to 10 weeks. And then, just like all of crypto in January, or at least most of crypto in January, we suffered this gradual decline through the month of January, reaching a low back here of around 78 to the 79 area. Since then, we have broken out of this downward trend and are tending to range right around this 100 level, which is a very important level for Solana. What's coming up next? Well, let's talk about this. Let's talk about why we're ranging. First of all, we're ranging right here in Solana. You can see we've been in this rather tight range of 93 to, let's say, 103 over the last week or so, this area right here. And that's because that's exactly what Bitcoin has been doing. Minus this breakout above this channel of 45,000, and this happened around the approval of the Bitcoin ETFs by the SEC back in the early part of January, and then minus these few days where we popped out of the bottom and then went right back into this channel. You can see that Bitcoin has been in this range of 40 to 45,000 for going on over 2 months now. We entered this range back in the 4th of January, and of course, that's 2 months ago. So what Bitcoin is telling us is, look, we're at an indecision point. There's no catalyst to move us aggressively higher. There's no real catalyst to move us aggressively lower. We are just kind of waiting. Why do we care about what Bitcoin does when we're talking about Solana? Well, let's look at this chart here. This is the market cap Bitcoin dominance chart, and it shows around 52% right now. What this is showing is that of all the value of crypto, Bitcoin makes up more than 52% of the entire crypto market. Okay, and that's not unusual. It's hovered around 45 and 55 for a long time now. But right now we're at about 52%. And so that's why we care what Bitcoin does. Because when a financial instrument that is worth 50% of the market cap of the entire industry moves, well, it's going to generally affect other smaller coins. And while Solana is a big coin, it is in the top 5 market cap as well. It still is much smaller than Bitcoin and will move with Bitcoin generally. So what we're seeing right now in Bitcoin is we are in this range. One thing I'm seeing is even today, over the last few minutes, we've kind of broken out of that range and we're starting to creep up to this 45,000 level, which is a very important level for Bitcoin. Why is 45,000 a very important level? Well, here's why. After we've had this fantastic run up since October, we are resting near the highs of where Bitcoin was. We're at about 44,000. It topped out around 49. But some are saying, well, there's two schools of thought right now. One is what we're doing and experiencing right here is going to be a break above 45,000. And then we're going to kind of bounce around 45,000 right around here as we set up for new highs up to the 50,000 mark and beyond, especially considering that the halving of Bitcoin is coming up here in April. So some are thinking, look, we've kind of already put in our lows right here around 38,000, and that we are now going to break above 45,000 and set up for a higher move. There are others that think, and these are people that I trust. These are people that I lean on to make good decisions and good direction in crypto. They're saying, look, 45,000 is simply the place that we're going to bounce up to, and then we're going to turn around and even make lower lows down deeper into the 30,000s, and that is going to be the correction that is required for us to step up to make higher highs up into the 50s. Okay. Everybody that I know is talking about how important this 45,000 level, and they're not talking about to the penny. They're not saying, oh, it hits 45,000, we're automatically going to get a decision. They're just talking about this range from 45, 46,000 is going to tell us where Bitcoin is headed next. And it looks like we're getting close to that decision point. So that if we get up to 45,000 and we go up, what do you think is going to happen to Solana? We're going to see some nice highs in Solana. And as we've seen lately, Solana can run. I mean, this coin can run like nobody's business. So if we get above 45,000 in Solana, that's going to be perfect to set up here above this 100 level, set up nice and pretty for a nice run above the 127 highs, probably up into the 140s and 50s. If you like Solana and are holding Solana, that would be perfect for you. Conversely, I do think there is also the case that if we get above this 100, 105, 110 level, when Bitcoin hits 45 and we do start tumbling, we may not have seen the lows for Solana yet. Excuse me, yeah. And when I say the lows, I'm talking about these lows right here of 78. I'm not talking about Solana's nowhere even close, not even in the picture of these lows. Okay, Solana has made such a fantastic run up and is such a strong coin. When I'm saying lows, I'm talking about around 75 lows, nothing down here around the 20s. So either way you look at it, Solana is set up for great long-term gains. If crypto goes up, Bitcoin continues to go up, Solana is going to do its thing. And it looks like we're going to get our decision here pretty quick over the next few days / weeks, because Bitcoin's getting awful close to that 45 level, 45,000 level. And if we can get above here and stay and Bitcoin decides to start challenging that 50,000, you people that are holding Solana are going to have even better days ahead, and you have already had a fantastic last couple of months. So everything long-term is looking great for Solana. I think the question is just when. How long are you going to have to wait for these more highs, these higher highs? It could be coming soon. Depends on Bitcoin. We'll have to wait and see, and I'll keep you updated. Let's just watch the market together. I do think there's some good news coming up for Solana here pretty soon.